Hello viewers, my name is Xander Phoenix. The following video is a recording of the Glenn Beck show, September 12th, 2013. Everything except for this intro is not the property of Freedom Farms Foundation. As you watch the video, keep in mind that Freedom Farms Foundation is trying to start self-sufficient communal farms to help people that don't have jobs or are unable to find jobs. You can look us up on Facebook, Freedom Farms Foundation. Hope you enjoy this video. Thanks.
Of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Today is the 2-year anniversary of The Blaze. What's something that started with an idea that we can do better, that we need to do better, that nobody is really giving you the truth in the mainstream media, and we think we can get a lot closer to the truth. An idea that no one was covering the libertarian point of view, the common sense point of view. When we first started talking about doing The Blaze, it was 4 years ago. And we started talking about why is it that no one will cover with seriousness, no one will put on television the Penn Jillette point of view. Why is it we keep picking between the Republican and the Democrat, and it is the big John McCain, John Boehner, Newt Gingrich, Mitt Romney sort of Republican? What about the Ted Cruzes, the Rand Pauls, the people who really actually believe in something? Geez, even the Bernie Sanders of the world. He actually believes in something. We'll have a decent conversation. So much of media time is wasted on things and people that they don't mean anything. So we started 2 years ago. We launched The Blaze, and we launched it in the summer when we were in Israel. And I'll never forget that we got our satellites back and everything under control literally 10 seconds before our broadcast began. Literally 10 seconds. This staff is absolutely incredible. We started 10 years ago with a staff of about 6. We're now well over 300. I think we have 5 or 6 satellite offices, and we're about to expand even more now into foreign nations. And there's a way to do it. You could become a big, rich oil baron, and you can live in Qatar, and then you can take producers who are making $55,000 a year and pay them $175,000 a year because nobody really wants to work for you, but you just keep throwing money at them until they're like, this is crazy. How could I say no? So let me sell my soul. And you can have the President of the United States on your side, so you can get coverage and carriage on all of the big cable distributors. Or you can not sell your soul, and you can not owe a man a dime, and you can build it slowly. And you can make sure every step of the way that you are really careful about not losing the truth. That's what we've tried to do. And today, our expansion, not only as a news and opinion network, but also one that is committed to finding truth in our culture, continues. Today we have 2 new shows that are debuting. A special episode of my show that is all about if you were in a coma. If you were in a coma for the last 12 years, you remember September 11th and you remember all of that, but something happened along the way and you were hit by a Mack truck and you woke up. Would you recognize the country anymore? You'll see tonight at 7 o'clock. More on the entertainment side, we also have The Pursuit of Truth. This is our new reality series that is committed to finding the next great documentary film and filmmaker. We've put this together, and I will tell you that you are going to love, you're going to hate some of the films and filmmakers that come, but you're going to love some of the ideas that they are exposing. And I know the finalists, and I think you will love, you're going to go, it'll be a gun to your head. At the end of the episodes, you're going to be like, I don't know which one to choose. This is a series that we produced with Vince Vaughn. We had over 1,000 applicants competing for the grand prize to have their documentary film produced and distributed internationally. This program follows the filmmakers as their journey to find truth regardless of where the facts lead. We also have an explosive new episode of For the Record tonight. This is a show that I contend within 2 years will shame 60 Minutes. Just shame them. It's already shaming them. But with a few more dollars, I could spend a few more days on locations, and we could really rat the bad guys out. But in 2 years, this will shame them. Tonight, it's shameful what you haven't heard. The stories of the people that live on our border. The stories of regular Americans who are begging America to pay attention. They're living in a prison. You will hear from the people who live on the borders. We went down to their house with our cameras. We saw what they saw, and we listened to them. According to them, we're the first ones to ever do it. Nobody in Congress has done it. Nobody in federal law enforcement has done it. And they've been begging, can you please listen to us, please? We're the ones on the front line. Aren't we American citizens? They don't feel like it. And I don't think you'll really see a way that they should feel like American citizens. They're caught on the border, which is truly borderless, tonight, For the Record. Then, there's one more announcement that I want to make, and everybody has asked me not to make this announcement, but I want to, I can't wait any longer, quite honestly, and I said I was going to announce it on the anniversary, and they said, okay, because I've been talking about it for quite some time, and once I finally just say, we're doing it, and I'm announcing it on this date, then everybody's like, oh, crap, and they put everything else that I've said go to do on hold, and we have this one done. We just don't have it available to you until November, but I am really excited. I've been saying for a while, since I was on Fox, don't trust Google. Don't trust these companies. Why do you have Gmail? And I remember, do you remember the heat I took when we were at Fox? And I said, do not trust Gmail. They are scanning your emails. And everybody at that time, oh, that's crazy talk. Look at where we are now. Mr. Crazy Man, now it's clear to everyone, and everyone knows. But what are you going to do about it? Everybody scans your emails looking for keywords so they can either target you for the feds or they can target you for advertising. The NSA and Google do it, and they're in bed with each other. Do you believe that you have a right to privacy We do. 1791 is my jeans company that was started because everybody told me that jeans couldn't be good quality, Levi's style jeans couldn't be made in America anymore. I didn't believe that. Well, Levi's didn't even believe that. Levi's was like, you can't do it. And so they moved all of their stuff over to China, and they stopped making their jeans here. You can buy Levi's made all in America, and I think they're $250 or $275 a pair. I said, they have to be under $150, and they have to be all made 100% in America, and they have to have the rivets, the real rivets, not these bogus rivets that are just glued on as they are on most jeans now, but real rivets. So we went out and we found the White Oak Company. This is the White Oak Mill. These are the people that made the original denim for Levi's. And we said, can you make that? And they said, sure, of course we can. We found a company that makes the rivets and the button flies, the buttons. They're the people that made the actual buttons back in the 1800s for our military and for the Civil War. They're still in business. They make all of our buttons, all of our shirts, all of our pants, everything. They make the real rivets. Well, 1791 is the year of the Bill of Rights. And we named it as 1791 because I believe that that is the secret. Just take the first 10. Let's just start with the first 10. Can we do those? I have a right to conscience. I have a right to my freedom of expression. I have a right to gather. I have a right, if I'm going to be a motorcycle group, to go and ride down the street without a permit. I have a right to do it. But there's another one, another right, a right to privacy. So I'm introducing today a new service for you. It's a private 1791.com address of your very own. Your name at 1791.com is your email address. And we're a company that will guarantee that you will never, ever, ever have your emails scanned. We will never share the list. We will never scan your emails. You'll never see something, an advertisement that you were like, wait a minute, hold it. How do you know that I've been looking for that car? We're not going to do any of that. And it will be free to you. If you're a Blaze subscriber, it will be free to you. And it's not something like sign up and get this email. If you've already signed up for the Blaze, you will get it. Sign up for Firewire, the Blaze free email newsletter, to stay up to date on that. Firewire will be notifying people once 1791.com emails are up and running, but it's going to happen soon. Sign up for Firewire at theblaze.com/newsletter. Theblaze.com/newsletter. And you will be the first to know about 1791.com. We're not surrendering any lists, any emails, anything without a warrant, and we will never scan your emails, period, because we happen to believe in that little document produced in 1791.
Unless they have a really good reason.
I mean, if they pay a lot, if somebody like Levi's would come to us and say, but who's looking for jeans?
Right.
Then we'll say, well, we're going to scan all of those.
Yeah. And obviously, we're going to change your long-distance phone carrier without your authorization.
Of course we're going to do that.
That goes without saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. Let's use some common sense.
Exactly.
All right. I've got a couple of things. I have a little lost sheep story to tell you today that I think will help you make a little bit of sense out of the world. Something that happened to me while I was on vacation. We actually had to go hunt down a little lost sheep. And we had a situation last year where coyotes came and killed our sheep, except for one. We thought it was dead and just been dragged off, but it wasn't. And it had lived, we have 1,000 acres in the mountains. And so it's not, you lose a cow, you just like, we lost 2 cows last year. And we found those, too. We didn't go get them because they were, like, up on the side of this mountain. It's amazing what these 1,600-pound animals can climb. You're like, I can't even get there. You see them, like, on a tree, and you're like, how the hell did that cow get in the tree? But we found this little lost sheep. And I learned so much about the whole analogy of little lost sheep and how hard it is to capture them and bring them back in the fold because they're afraid of everything, because they've survived everything. And how the rancher, if you will, has to work really hard about that one lost sheep, to find that one lost sheep and to capture them and bring them home. And it has everything to do with, I think, a real understanding of what is happening right now. And it's good news. It's good news. I think today I've come to the conclusion. I've had kind of a humbling clarity happen. You were so far ahead of me. At times we think we know everything. We're like, well, they don't know this that I know. And I've got to go bring them this. I think you've been so far ahead of me in the last year, and I had no idea. And I can tell you today, trust the American people because they just know better. Trust the American people. I think you'll actually feel good about some of the new... I mean, you won't feel great about Putin lecturing us in the New York Times today, and that most of America is like, that Putin guy, he's making sense. He's a killer. He's the KGB killer, and somehow or another, the KGB guy looks more like the freedom guy than our president does. I can't make you feel good about that, but just about everything else we will, and we'll do that at the top of the hour. And so much of the nonsense audio from the day coming up next. Our